Hello everybody, Kane here today with another episode of our aquarium series, and today, well, we're doing a tour because, quick preface, not everything is finished. The brick building addition thing we have over there, not done. Gardening, not done. Interior decoration, not completely finished. But, everything else is in a pretty good state, and I just decided, you know what, let's go for it. I really wanted to do this video because I thought it'd be really fun, and it's cool to look at what we've created. We've got a lot of cool stuff here. Also, just to let everyone know, the next video is going to be focusing on the next building in this short series we're doing, and that will be our Arctic zone. So it'll be polar bears, penguins, seals, walruses, albatross probably, that kind of stuff. So it won't be quite as many episodes, but it'll be just as fun, hopefully. Anyway, without further ado, I guess the exterior technically isn't finished. I do want to do a quick fly around though, just to show you guys what we have. Like, this building's really cool. We're not going to spend too much time because obviously we spent a whole time lapse looking at this. I did though work a bit more on this pathway. I've realized this one probably isn't going to have too much more added to it, as the pathway to the Arctic building is going to come out of there. But anyway, now another quick thing to mention: the shaders do not work with every exhibit right now. And I tried like 8 or 9 different shader packs. So yeah, if it doesn't look the greatest, I don't really have a way to fix everything. I'm just gonna put these there for now. But yeah, some of them, they work really well for one kind of enclosure type, but then another type it just doesn't work for. So the Solders ones we usually use are the best. Also, no, there is no world download today. That will be, if I do one, at the very end of the series when we're done with everything. Anyway, here we have our little ticket booth, some plants, and of course, our little entrance, which is meant to be like the turnstile gates into the first area, our first little aquarium tank, which is our cichlids, which are really, really pretty. I actually really love, again, these are from the Zawa mod, and man, every time I mess around with the mobs from that mod, it's just such a good, the animations are nice, the models are really good, the textures are awesome. Overall, again, if you've never played with the Zawa mod before, go check it out. It's really, really good, or I guess the Zoo and Wildlife Animals mod. It's called, I guess. Anyway, over here we have some sort of little info booth. I didn't really work too much on this, but that's not what you guys are here for. You guys aren't here to see info booths and ticket stands. You're here to see the cool various animals we have. I believe, are there still, I think there might still be. I actually didn't look at this tank because I assumed there were still fish in it, but this is our bass tank, where we kept the bass, or the base, depending on what you want to say. Over here, again, like, these are the tanks where, how is there a sunlight reflection here? Wait, this should be covered, isn't it? Yeah, it is covered. How there's a sunlight reflection here, I don't get. But yeah, there you can see some of the salmon. You know what? Who cares about lighting? We're just going to do... There we go, and now we can see in here perfectly fine. We've got several salmon. I believe these are the Zawa salmon, looking absolutely fantastic in their cool little river exhibit. And we'll actually quickly run back over here. Okay, so all the bass are gone. That's unfortunate. I know they're in another tank though. That one does not look as cool with these like the night vision on. But I guess we can switch between them occasionally. This is really foggy. It's because we've used the exhibit glass. Okay, so this is a collection of various little river fish from a couple of mods, I think. I think some of them are from Mo Creatures and Aquatic Odyssey, I believe are where most of these creatures are, so it's just like a couple of small river fish. Over here, these used to be a type of eel, but I switched them out for the lampreys, like I kind of originally wanted to do, because I realized these were in one of the mods I'd recently downloaded. So yeah, they're in here now, and they actually look really cool. I really like the look of them. Over here, we have several new things. By the way, I should mention, there are several new enclosures that I've made since the last episode. I didn't end up recording them, mostly because I was going to take hours both to record it, edit it, make a whole episode out of it, and I didn't really feel like spending a whole nother extra video doing that when I'd rather just get this video out today. But anyway, this is our otter, turtle, bass exhibit from a variety of mods again. Looks really cool. We'll get a better view of the otters when we go upstairs, but one of the first things I added in is this. You guys will remember we had this little pond here for quite a while. But yeah, I just made it a little goldfish area. So we've got our little goldfish in there. They look really cute. And yeah, I tried to make it a bit like a koi pond. So I've got like, we got the nice tiled flooring. We got some little grasses on it and a bunch of lily pads because I love lily pads. And if you haven't figured that out by now watching this series, I don't really know what to tell you. Anyway, the first of our new animals, I guess aside from the lampreys, are our herons, which live in this little area over here. Just a small little bird exhibit. I think it actually looks really nice. I like all these aquatic plants we have. It kind of gives it a very, I don't know, cool little look to it. Coming down here, we have one of the rooms we worked on last time. It hasn't really changed all that much. The only difference is, obviously, there's an exhibit here now, and I can... you know what, we can quickly... Oh no, we can't break through there. I have just realized that goes into another enclosure. You know what, we can quickly just break some glass and fill in the ceiling real quick because I completely forgot that I hadn't fixed that. But you know what? I have spent basically 2 or 3 days working on this, so yeah. But anyway, we have a duck and box turtle exhibit because I did remove the ducks from there because people are like, that's a really bad idea. And I was like, you know what? Y'all are right. So let's make another cool little river exhibit here. I actually really like this one. I think it's kind of got a cute little look to it. And I really like the fact to give it a very different kind of like bordering, I guess. Where does this go? This goes back to the cichlids. Yeah, let's head over to the Amazon area because that's super cool. Continuing on, of course, we have our Amazon river dolphin exhibit, which I know there were river dolphins in here. Where did they go? Did they despawn already? Okay, whatever. River dolphin. You know what, if I need to, I'll spawn them in when we get up to the second floor. But yeah, we got some arapaima in here, some various fish. I did put some rays in there. They are the same rays, unfortunately, that we're using for the ray exhibit, but I'm gonna use these one. These are technically gonna be considered freshwater rays, like the Amazon actually has, which is really cool, and I love this exhibit because it's one of the only underwater tunnels we have. And this one's got really cool lighting with the giant skylight above. Anyway, continuing on, we have our actual arapaima, giant arapaima exhibit, which you can kind of see them. These are Aquatic Odyssey mobs, so they don't really do too much. They kind of just, oh, there's one kind of moving around. They might be really hard to see. You know what? I know a lot of people really aren't as big of a fan of this glass because they're like, oh, you know, the Zawa exhibit glass is way better because it's clear. But the problem with that glass is that, unfortunately, it doesn't tend to work as well with the shaders. It makes it super duper foggy. And yeah, I'd rather just have some lines on it, but you can actually see through it with shaders. So yeah, anyway, that's really cool looking. Of course, we have our piranhas, which someone suggested we use green glass for to give it a bit more of that murky feel. And I think that really helped out. I think it looks really, really cool. Those are from Mo Creatures, I believe. Over here we have our tree frog exhibit. Love these guys. If you saw the episode where I added them, you will probably remember me laughing hysterically when I saw this for the first time. But I love them, they're adorable. We also have our capybaras over here, and of course, the annoying thing itself, the anaconda, which I got rid of a couple times just because it was really, really loud and that was bothering me. But anyway, continuing on, you know what? We're just gonna switch out some of this glass. Why? Because I'd actually like to see my animal a bit better. But these are our Asian arowanas, a fish I actually really love in real life. I've never owned one, but they're really cool looking. And yeah, just really pretty fish in real life. I love these things. But yeah, we got a couple of Asian arowana in here. Which, if you're wondering why they're here, it's just, or in this part of the aquarium, it's mostly just because I didn't really have anywhere else to throw them. We didn't really have enough Asian tropical fish to give them their own group. So they kind of ended up in this corner tank, but I really like the look of it. I think it's really fun. I'm trying to figure out where we want to go next. I think we'll head this way, and then we can loop back around, I guess, and head that way. But over here, we have our dwarf crocodiles, which honestly live in one of my favorite exhibits we've built so far. In fact, this is one I'll take the night vision off 4. Oh, I love the look of this. Like this, out of everything I built for this building, I think this is one of the best looking ones for like, you know, kind of replicating that aquarium or reptile house feel. Like it just oozes that kind of look with it, and I love that. I absolutely adore this build so much. Okay, that one doesn't look tremendous with the actual shaders. I think I do remember this one yeah, this one looks way better without night vision on. It just gives it that extra murky feel, and the Arapaima one isn't too bad. I realize this actually looks a lot better without night vision, I think, because it kind of keeps it a bit murky while also being bright enough. But anyway, yeah, we can keep going like this for a little bit. Why not? Anyway, oh, do I need to do the upstairs now, or can we wait on that? I can't remember. Anyway, continuing along here, we have this. You guys remember this from last episode, more than likely. We just kind of, well, I built up a little eating area. We've got a really nice view actually to the outside and like the beach and stuff. And I'll eventually do all the landscaping over here so it'll look even better. And then here we have one of my favorite animals, unfortunately not my favorite exhibit, but our Japanese giant salamanders who look amazing. I love these guys, even if their exhibit isn't really my favorite one I built. Now, this here is a really ambitious idea I had, but I didn't end up having an animal to throw in here until probably about 2 minutes before I needed to record. And that is a crocodile. I'm thinking we're going to throw crocs in here. I know we have our dwarf crocodiles, but these will be the actual crocodiles. And yeah, this is our staircase to the second floor. But I really love the idea of having a really big kind of tank where you could have like the people going down the stairs seeing really cool animals like that. I just thought that would be amazing. Anyway, before we quickly go and look at some of the other stuff, I am going to put the river dolphins back in here. And also, if you see I'm gonna try and ignore, oh, I forgot, they got hurt jumping on the lily pads. I forgot about that. Okay, we can like just quickly get rid of the lily pads so the dolphins don't get hurt. I'd completely forgotten that's why they weren't in here, because they tended to get stuck on these, which is really sad because I really did love having a ton of lily pads in here. I thought it looked really cool, and I'm just, you know what? Before someone gets like an epileptic seizure, let's avoid that. But yeah, the river dolphins are really pretty. Love these guys, super awesome. And also continuing on, this is a whole second story now. Like there's a whole ton of new stuff in here, several brand new exhibits, which are really awesome. First of which is our marine iguana exhibit, which, see, now this is what I wanted with our Japanese salamander exhibit. And I think it works a lot better here, as we have these big like coastal rocks for iguanas to like sit on. And you have a pretty nice looking underwater area. It's not oversized, it's just a pretty good sized little build, and I really like it. Next up we have a coconut crab exhibit, because I'd forgotten these things were in the mod, and they're terrifying, and I love them. So yeah, little coconut crab exhibit. It's not the greatest build I've ever done, but I think it's just a nice little space filler, and by this point I was really starting to run out of creatures to use. Anyway, continuing along, we have what I believe might also be Aquatic Odyssey. It's either Aquatic Odyssey or it's Better Animals Plus. I think it's Aquatic Odyssey though, but we have a little Nautilus exhibit. Up here, they just kind of sit in that corner and do nothing, but I do like that it's kind of like super dark and like kind of creepy looking, like it should, since these guys are like deep sea-ish creatures, or nighttime creatures at least. I did forget to put the glass up here, I guess, but I have plenty of time to do that before we have a world download, I guess. But yeah, this is the top view of our otter exhibit. Now this is really hard to light with shaders, just because the shader lights aren't super bright and anything, so it's really hard to make it look good. But so that's why there's sea lanterns everywhere now. But anyway, those are this small clawed otters from the Zobble mod, and they are super adorable, and I absolutely love them. But yeah, that's their exhibit, and I guess we're now gonna head on to the last two builds I made for this area before we head back downstairs to get to our the saltwater tanks, I guess? But yeah, these are the last two brand new tanks I added in. The first of these being the oarfish tank, which I had originally was going to put in the deep sea creatures area, but I did research and it was like kind of ambiguous. It's like, well, they live in open ocean areas, and they live in like a bit of an area between the upper ocean and the deep sea. So I just put them here. I think they look really cool, and I kind of wanted to give them their own large exhibit that I just didn't feel I had space for down there. So yeah. These guys look really, really cool. And over here we have another massive tank and have all of them despawned. All of them despawn. That is so annoying. See, the problem with having a billion mods, that I'm not sure how many of you guys would know this, but especially when you're trying to do a zoo type thing, is some of these mods just don't tell you, like, hey, you need a name tag to keep our animals from despawning, and others are like, oh, you don't need a name tag to keep our animals from despawning. So it's like, okay, and when I'm using stuff like Zawa, which doesn't. All right, so the game actually did crash there, but this is our sailfish and swordfish exhibit. I don't know what happened. Like I said, since mobs don't tell me if they despawn or not, and sometimes, just with the sheer amount of animal mods we have in, sometimes it overloads the amount of data the game was handling and just crashes it. So that is one reason why this world might not go up for download. But these are really cool looking fish. I made a really big open tank for them, so they had plenty of room to swim around in, and yeah, I really love this. This is the big exhibit I was really talking about. Well, both of these were. Last episode. Very excited with how very happy with how both of them turned out. Was really excited to build those. Anyway, continuing back around, we're going to be heading through here towards our saltwater area. The first, of course, being probably one of my all-time favorite rooms in this whole building, and that is our, our like touch pools and small exhibits area. So this is jellyfish. Are they gone as well? May well be. We have our stingrays down here. We have a couple of big fish tanks. We have one of the touch pools over here, which has just a bunch of like sea stars and sand dollars and stuff. We have a second big tropical tank, and of course we have our leafy sea dragon and weedy sea dragon tanks, which look really pretty. I really love these. Now I'm debating actually which way I want to go, because we could go that way and loop back. You know what? I'm actually going to do that because I feel like since there's only like 2 tanks down here, it's going to make a bit more sense to go this way. But down here, of course, we have one of my favorite things, which is our deep sea exhibit. And I think those ones, I don't know which mod those are from, but I love that they're actually glowing. That is fantastic. I'm sure they were last time we looked in here, but this, our deep sea exhibit, we have some squids and anglerfish in here. And I just love this build. There's so much atmosphere here. It looks incredible, and yeah, I love it. And in here we of course have another jellyfish one. I am really weirded out by the fact the water's like fine here, but it's not, or fine here, but not there. I don't know, it's weird. It must just be with how they're positioned, I guess. But anyway, continuing on, we're going to ignore that for now because that's later. But yeah, we have our octopus exhibit, which actually spawned in a couple more. I believe it's that one. I really like that one. That's a really cool color. We got some basically just different colored octopi, and like that one, that's such a cool looking one. I love the texture on that. And of course we have our giant Pacific one in here as well, Clive, if you guys remember from the episode where we got this stuff. Anyway, over here we have our sea turtle exhibit, which is really cool. Love these guys. They look super awesome. Of course, well, mainly just the hawksbill one because that's from Zawa once again, and Zawa stuff is amazing. Over here we have our manta ray exhibit, another fantastic looking build. We got some nurse and zebra sharks down here as well. And yeah, just another really awesome build. I think most creatures spawned in here in this one are from Mo creatures, whereas in this one, most of them again are from Zawa. Because I like to do that. Anyway, this of course is probably the coup de grace of our various little builds, and that is of course the shark tank, which I didn't finish the roof for. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to be doing it, but oh, man, I love this build, mainly because of the tiger sharks again from Zawa, which just, the way they move around, the way they swim is just really cool looking, and I did a couple times while I was working on this, just kind of sit back here and watch these guys swim. Again, it's one of the things I really do love about the Zawa mod. It's just, I feel like, I don't know, it's got a cool little like niche, I feel like, in the game. And the only thing I can really compare it to is the dinosaur mods, where on one hand you have like fossils and archaeology, which is really good, but is far more like Minecraft in appearance. And then you have like something like Jurassic Craft or Reborn, where it's super realistic but doesn't really fit in the game. And I feel like Zawa has like this really nice little in-between where it still looks like it would fit in the game for the most part, but it's just got this little bit of extra realism that's just, it's just above everything else that I could compare it to. And I really love the mod for that. It just looks really cool. Anyway, I'm gonna stop gushing over the mod, and we should go look at the shark tunnel, shouldn't we? Yep. All the way back over here. But yeah, coming over here, of course, you have probably one of the most terrifying parts of the aquarium, which is just this big dome in the middle of the shark tank, which just has a really cool little look to it. Love this. It's really weird. Like, this building, it's weird to me that the tour's already kind of over, because, I mean, well, it's not... oh, another new animal I completely forgot about, because it's exhibits, like, back here, and they hide, like, up there and there, but this is a moray eel exhibit, again, from Zawa. You know what, maybe I'll get another night vision potion out. See if we can see them a bit better. They are just, like, hiding in the wall, which isn't the greatest thing, because I kind of wanted to look at them a bit better. Because they do look really fantastic. You know what? I will spawn one of them outside so we can get a better look at it. But yeah, it's really weird. Like, this build has been enormous. Like, for those of you who have, by the way, again, I didn't finish the gift shop over here, but if we quickly just fly out once more, like, this whole build is absolutely enormous. And of course, like, I added in, let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 8 or 9 new tanks into this, or exhibits into this building, and it's still just an incredibly just over-the-top project. This is one of the coolest and, again, most over-the-top projects I think I've ever done. It's fantastic. It's been so much fun to build, but man, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna take a while to walk through. It did not. This was actually a pretty quick walkthrough, I feel like. But yeah, anyway, let's go spawn the moray eel in real quick, because I really want to show this guy off. It looks like, again, looks really, really cool. Really love how these things look. But yeah, look at that. Look how cool it is. They don't have quite as many animations as the other stuff does, but still look absolutely amazing. I love them. But anyway, yeah, like I said, oh, wait, didn't look at the gift shop. That was the one I have finished. I didn't really change much, I guess, since last episode, did I? I just stocked it and added some color variation to the carpet, which was actually suggested by Lurakit. Or he basically just DM'd me and was like, yo, you should try this. That might make him look a bit better. So, by the way, if you haven't checked out Lurakit's channel, it is linked on my channel, and he does a lot of similar stuff to what I do, building zoos, exhibits, all sorts of stuff like that, and he is definitely worth checking out. Anyway, yeah. Once again, gonna remind you guys, this is not the end of the series. We do have several more, well, at least one more full building and one more other project to do, and several more animals to get in before it's over. So we got a little bit longer to go, which is really awesome. But yeah, this has been one of my favorite projects we've done. I think this is one of my favorite zoos ever that I've built out of the various years of us doing these wildlife park type series, just because, again, it's just completely different, very fun and unique compared to what I usually do. So yeah, it's been a blast. So I hope you guys really enjoyed watching the aquarium to come together, since there probably aren't going to be any more episodes on this building as we kind of focus more on the last couple things. But yeah, it's been a blast. I hope you guys really enjoyed. I hope you guys really enjoyed how it's all turned out. Let me know what you guys think was your favorite build. What's your favorite exhibit, animal in the aquarium? Was it something new? Is it something we already did an episode on? Whatever. And any suggestions for how I could improve this for the world download? I mean, there's tons of stuff I already know. Like, I've got more seating, trash cans, plants, all sorts of cool stuff to add in. But I didn't have time. Like, I mean, that's gonna take like weeks to do. But anyway, that's all we have for today. So thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And until next time, guys, see ya.